Welcome to Branding Room Only, the podcast where your personal brand gets a front row seat. I'm Paula Edgar, and if you're here, it's because you know your brand isn't just about what you do. It's about how people experience you. In each episode, you'll hear stories, strategies, and lessons from leaders and influencers who built their brands and made their mark. And I'll share the tools you need to do the same. Let's go. Hi, y'all. It's Paula Edgar, and welcome back to Branding Room Only. So as we head towards the close of the year, there's a natural tendency to start reflecting on what went well, what didn't, and what helped us along the way. Many of us take this time, like we did in November, to thank mentors, colleagues, and friends who supported us. And that's beautiful and necessary. But today I want to talk about something we don't do nearly enough, and that is having gratitude for ourselves. I'm not talking about like empty affirmations or fluffy self-care slogans. Like, again, do those things if you need to. I'm here for that. I mean intentional reflection on your own growth, resilience, and your impact. Because acknowledging yourself, really acknowledging yourself, is one of the most powerful personal brand strategies you can practice. Gratitude for yourself grounds you in authenticity. It helps to quiet that inner critic that sometimes says you haven't done enough. And it reminds you that progress, not perfection, is what builds credibility, confidence, and connection. When you take the time to look at what you've done, you're not bragging. You're documenting evidence of your own evolution. And that's what strengthens your personal brand, because your brand isn't only built on the goals you achieve. It's built on the story you tell about how you achieved them and how you showed up along the way. So today's conversation, this reflection, is an invitation to celebrate yourself, to look back on this year and to give yourself credit for the times you kept going. And boy, did we have to do that. The things that you learned, the moments you grew, and of course, the people you connected with. And of course, I don't give you any homework to do that I don't do for myself. So as I do this for myself, I want to reflect on some of the things that I'm thinking about for my own year. This has definitely been a year of growth, of movement in every sense of the word. Remember, my word of the year was move. I had the opportunity to speak on more stages than ever before, to reach broader audiences across industries and across borders. I celebrated a major milestone with my podcast, my baby Branding Room Only, and we reached and surpassed 100 episodes, which truthfully still blows my mind when I say it out loud. I'm super proud that I launched my digital product. That's Paula's Playbook, Engage Your Hustle, the Conference Edition, which helps professionals prepare for, navigate, and follow up after conferences in a way that actually drive results. I had the privilege of working with so many incredible clients, including McDonald's. And I spoke on even more conference stages this year, from NOL to CWC to LCLD and PLI, all the letters. And I've continued expanding my voice globally. I'm currently preparing to speak at the American Bar Association's International White Collar Institute in Geneva. And there's been so many moments of joy and so many things that happened that I could have selected from. So while this has been a challenging year, I'm grateful. And again, that's the point of this. So with all those accomplishments, some of the most meaningful growth for me came in the quieter moments, where I had to get back on course after setbacks, and boy, were there some, to manage challenges, and there were so many, and then still find ways to create, to be engaged, to connect with my clients and my audience. So gratitude for me, it means honoring those moments too. Not just the wins that were bigger for me that I put on social that made some headlines, but the ones for me that really show me who I am and really tap into what I think are or is a big part of my brand, and that's resilience and maintaining positivity and connectivity. And it's really why I wanted to share this message with you, because before the rush of the holidays, before the New Year planning begins, and we get into that, gratitude has to start from within. And I don't want you to just give it to others like we talked about during our last free webinar. I want it to be something that you cultivate in yourself. So as you're listening to this, I want to invite you to take a pause. Maybe you're on a walk, maybe you're driving, maybe you're sitting at your desk. But wherever you are, I want you to take a moment to breathe and think about your own year. Some questions for you to reflect on in this moment of breathing. What are 3 moments you're proud of, no matter how big or small? When were the times that you showed resilience when things didn't go exactly as planned, but you showed up anyway? Who supported you this year, and how might you express your gratitude to them? What word or theme defined your year, and does it still fit? Did you adopt another word? And most importantly, what lessons do you want to carry into the new year, into the next year? I have talked to you often, particularly about strategic self-promotion, about the need to have a wins folder. And so if you have taken me up on that and you have a wins folder, no matter how you keep it, this is the moment to tap into it. Open it up, scroll through it. Remember the praise you received, the thank you emails, the screenshots of kind words and accomplishments, the photos from events, the moments where you stretched yourself in order to get to this hopefully better place. And if you don't have a wins folder yet, I'm going to tell you again, this is your sign to start one. It does not have to be complicated, just a place or a few places, digital or physical, where you capture evidence of your brand growth, of your career growth. Because when you're in a moment, and it happens, of doubt or comparison or even just sadness, you can open it and remind yourself of the full story, the true story of how your brand continues to evolve. Practicing gratitude for yourself isn't about ego. Well, maybe it isn't just about ego. It's about the truth. It's about recognizing that you did the best you could with what you had and that you are still standing. You're still showing up. You're still growing. You're still building. You're still ideating. And you're putting together something, your career that reflects your values, your purpose, and your voice. When you make the space to thank yourself, you strengthen your brand in ways that no logo or tagline ever could. You show the world that you're grounded, that you know who you are, and that your confidence comes from experience and not just aspiration. So, as you reflect, please, I encourage you to jot these things down. Look back through your calendar. Remember the projects, the events, the decisions, the moments that shaped you. What were those highlights? What were the challenges that you navigated with grace, even if it didn't feel like it at the time? This process is not just about reflection, it's preparation. Because when we take the time to honor what we have done, what we've been through, it helps to create space and clarity about what's next. And that brings me to an invitation. Because every January, I host my annual intention and goal setting session where we take everything we reflect on, gratitude, the lessons, the wins, and turn that into a clear roadmap for the year ahead. It's one of my favorite sessions of the year because it's where reflection meets action. It's where we move from look how far I've come to here's where I'm going to go next. Because gratitude starts from within. And when you build from that place, your brand grows stronger, your confidence deepens, and your influence expands. So take this moment to celebrate yourself. Applause to you. Thank yourself. You've done more than you probably give yourself credit for. And so as I wrap up this episode, I want to say thank you for listening, for growing with me, and for being a part of this incredible journey. I'll see you first in December for a webinar, my free webinar on gratitude for yourself. So it'll be a nice ease in from this podcast episode, but aligned with me and interactive. And then, of course, in January for my 2026 intentions and goals session, I want you to bring your wins, bring your lessons, and bring your vision for what is next. And finally, y'all, if you enjoyed this episode, and I hope that you did, I would love your help in getting this message out to more people. Take a moment to go to ratethispodcast.com/branding. Again, ratethispodcast.com/branding. It only takes a few minutes and helps more listeners discover Branding Room Only. Your feedback helps others find this community, and it truly, truly means the world to me. And until then, y'all, stand by your brand, pat yourself on the back, and I will see you next time. Bye. That's it for this episode. Appreciate you hanging out with me on Branding Room Only. Now, please do me a quick favor. Head over to ratethispodcast.com/branding so more people can join this conversation. And make sure to stop by paulaedgar.com/events to see what's next. Whether I'm live, online, or in person, I'd love to see you there. See you next time in the Branding Room. And until then, stand tall, shine bright, and always stand by your brand.